What if the way you see your problems is the problem itself? Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of perspectives. It's fascinating, really, how our viewpoint can transform the way we perceive our problems. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope. Every twist and turn reveals a new pattern, a new perspective. Consider the age-old question: is the glass half full or is it half empty? Your answer reveals more about your mindset than the actual state of the glass. A pessimist sees it as half empty, focusing on what's missing. On the other hand, an optimist sees it as half full, appreciating what's present. This analogy isn't just about optimism and pessimism, though. It's about how a shift in perspective can change everything. A daunting problem can become a hidden opportunity. A crisis can morph into a stepping stone, all depending on how you choose to see it. Remember, the same glass of water can be half empty or half full, depending on how you choose to see it. Consider the story of two farmers who faced the same problem but had drastically different outcomes. Imagine two farmers living on adjacent lands. They both started the year with high hopes, dreaming of bountiful harvests and prosperous markets. But life, as it often does, threw them a curveball. A harsh, unpredictable season rolled in. Torrential rain, followed by a relentless drought, ravaged their fields, leaving their crops wilting and their dreams fading. The first farmer, let's call him Farmer Despair, saw this as a disastrous event. His heart sank as he watched the life he'd worked so hard to build crumble before his eyes. The fields he had sown with love and care were now barren and lifeless. His dreams were washed away with the rain and burnt under the scorching sun. He felt defeated, crushed under the weight of his misfortune. He saw his problem as an insurmountable crisis, a catastrophe from which he could never recover. On the other hand, the second farmer, let's call him Farmer Hope, saw the same problem but with a different perspective. Yes, the season was harsh and unpredictable, but it was also an opportunity to diversify his crops, to explore new farming techniques, to learn, to grow. He saw the drought and the flood not as a death sentence for his farm, but as a challenge, a puzzle to be solved. With a resilient spirit and an innovative mind, Farmer Hope began to experiment. He researched drought-resistant crops, tested different irrigation methods, and introduced new farming practices. This harsh season was no longer a crisis, but a catalyst for change. And in the end, his efforts bore fruit. His fields flourished with diverse crops, his knowledge deepened, and his spirit strengthened. The same problem, two different perspectives. One led to a crisis, the other to new possibilities. This tale of two farmers shows us how perspective can shape our reality. When faced with a problem, we can choose to see it as a crisis or as an opportunity. The choice is ours, and that choice can make all the difference. So how do we shift our perspective and turn our problems into possibilities? Well, the first step is to practice gratitude. Instead of focusing on the negative, try to think about the things you're grateful for. This simple act can shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. Next, seek different viewpoints. Talk to people who have different experiences and perspectives. Their insights could help you see your problems in a new light. But perhaps the most powerful way to shift your perspective is to reframe the problem as a challenge rather than a threat. This turns the problem into a game, an adventure, a chance to grow and learn. Remember, maintaining a positive mindset is crucial. Even when things seem grim, stay open to new possibilities. You never know when a solution might present itself. With a change in perspective, what once seemed like insurmountable problems can become stepping stones to success. Let's recap what we've discovered today. We've learned the power of perspective, the magic that lies in how we perceive and interpret the world around us. We've seen it through the contrasting lives of two farmers, one who saw a problem as a crisis, the other who saw the same problem as an opportunity. The first farmer allowed the problem to control him, leading to despair and inaction. The second farmer, however, took control of the problem, saw the potential in it, and turned it into a new possibility. His perspective transformed his reality. This, my friends, is the power of perspective. It's not about what happens to us, but how we choose to see it. It's about realizing that every problem is a potential opportunity in disguise. It's about understanding that our mindset is the key to changing our lives. Remember, it's not the problem that defines you, but how you choose to see it. Change your perspective, change your life.